Hello, it's Pam,
And John.
and we're back. And this one's going to be better, we hope.
Yeah.
Um, we're trying to figure out the technology and how we want to present things going forward. But for now, we're just hoping you can get acquainted with us. And he was going to start telling you about his life, and it just was so melancholy.
Boring or melancholy?
Well, yeah, boring. I
Both?
thought I'd start, and then he can ride the wave of engagement that you will have. Hear my story. Okay, I'm the oldest of six children. One of my sisters died about 2 years ago, a younger sister, and he's going to tell you about how he bought a bus ticket to Denver, a one-way ticket to Denver. Guess what? So did I. I said my whole time in college, I lived at home, suburb of Minneapolis, that I was going to leave the day after my last final, and I literally did that with a one-way ticket on a Greyhound bus to Denver. Now, in my case, I was gone for 48 years, and I moved back here in 2018, so my husband could be closer to a higher level of medical care, one that he needed. And I was really glad to be back home. And it just felt like I loved everywhere I ever lived, and we kept bouncing around because of me, largely because I loved everywhere I ever visited too. But Minnesota really is home. And look at this. My dear Frankie passed away, and I find a homegrown Minnesota boy just meant for my later years. Okay, I'm done.
Oh, okay. Well, talking about the bus ticket and everything, I'm 4 years older than Pam. So 4 years before she bought her one-way bus ticket to Denver, I had bought a one-way bus ticket to Denver when I was 21 years old. Because it was after a very brutal winter here in Minneapolis, when I had dropped out of college and was working the night shift at a large corporation here. And it snowed and it was cold. It was a terrible year. And so I decided I don't want to live here anymore and buy a one-way ticket to Denver for better climate. And that was 1965. And so I ended up spending 11 years in Denver, during which time I got back together with my high school sweetheart from here, Minneapolis, and we got married. Then our daughter was born, and by that time it was 11 years, and we moved back here to be near family. So we ended up back in Minneapolis, suburb, and earlier than Pam. But anyway, well, that's kind of my early history. So I've been back in Minneapolis, Golden Valley area, back here for over 40 years, 45 years. I still don't like the winter and the cold weather.
Oh, I hate the winter.
So,
And one of the things I feel it was good to be gone during the years of my career, because then I could live in places where sure it might snow a little, but it wouldn't be the whole winter of worrying how to get to work and get home again in the snow. So that was really good. And I lived in Seattle and Santa Fe and on the Northwest Coast for some time. At any rate, there's some other things we have in common, like we both hate squirrels. Really, really hate squirrels.
oh yeah, I'm afraid of them.
Yeah. And let me see. We both suffer from anxiety and think we could have been presidents, doctors, attorneys, if we had ever been treated early on for our anxiety.
Yeah. We could have done a little better. We did okay, but
we
we
did.
could have done a little bit. And also, I'm the oldest of six.
Oh,
also.
yeah.
Pam and I are
That's
both
a
the
big
oldest of six siblings, and yeah.
There's a burden that comes with being the oldest.
Oh yeah.
And in his case, with a single mom, and being the oldest when his father died, that has a huge impact on a person. And it carries through to today. And
yeah, gives you a lot of excuses for, not not producing what you may have produced if you were totally normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
But who knows? Could have been worse too. So we're pretty happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm almost 82 when I can get up every morning and I don't have much pain, a little knee pain, but, and I feel pretty good for being that age, and can walk okay. So every day is a new day, and I can say that these are some of the best years of my life, even though I'm 82.
Yeah.
81.
Yeah. And I think finding a way to talk about our lives and learn about other people's lives in a fairly structured way like this is a really great gift. And I hope that we get a lot of, we learn a lot, but I hope we have a lot of fun too. There was something really important. I'm pretty well. I have some arthritis issues and stuff. But overall pretty healthy. And one thing about our spouses, they died within 2 months of each other back in 2023. And both of us had a few years to really think about what would be our chapter after our partners died, or after my husband died. I spent a lot of time dealing with anticipatory grief because you never know when it's going to happen. And certainly never in my wildest dreams, never ever, Zippo, was I going to get involved with another person, male or female, and boom.
Yeah, I was married for 54 years. And
can you believe it?
and my wife, Jackie, she developed Lewy body dementia about 5 years before she actually died, and it's progressive disease, and she had to go into a nursing home, I guess we still call them, a memory care nursing home in northeast Minneapolis here, and then I moved. We sold the condo where we lived, and I moved over here to a independent living apartment for 62 and over, which is associated with and right across the street from the nursing home where she was, so I could visit her every day and just walk over there. And this is where Pam lived. So this is where Pam and I met, was at this independent living facility. And we knew each other a little bit while we were still married, but then we got to know each other better after each of our spouses had died, and found that we had a lot in common and enjoyed each other's company. So we've been hanging out together for about a year now, and so far so good. And that's kind of our early story and our later story. And,
and so some of the things we'll be dealing with and talking about are things that we continue to deal with. The death of our partners, moving on with the relationship, living in a relatively small apartment building where literally, just like Cheers, everybody knows your name. They also know what your groceries you just had delivered, how much you drink, and who came over for Thanksgiving. Literally,
but it's 70 apartments, and some of them have 2 people in them. So there's probably 90 people living here, and in various, from, I'd say most of them are between the ages of 70 and 86, 87, the majority of the people here, and I like them. I mean, they're a really good group of people, and there's a lot of options for socializing and interaction here. If you want that, and if you don't want it, you don't have to have it. But
and that's a way that we're sort of different. I don't like living in the fishbowl. I like that it's a smaller building and that the people know each other, and that if I needed someone or something, any number of people would step up and be there for me. But it's like whenever I moved, I would make the first thing I did was build a fence. So it sort of gives you.
I like fences
I
too.
love fences.
Yeah,
In fact,
yeah.
I wanted to move to Mexico and just have a wall around the
Yeah.
compound, but I had to do with various fences.
Yeah.
And so it also caregiving with my husband for over a span of 20 years that, progressively more care needed. I got used to being sort of away, and I like away because my work involved people a lot too. He loves people and he likes being in all the fun things there are to do here.
Yeah.
So, we'll talk about that too, huh?
Yeah. I was basically not a real social person. Plus, I had a job where I worked a lot of hours every week. I was self-employed a lot of the time,
And it's sort of a singular work.
yeah. So I didn't have a whole lot of close contacts or friends through work. But I've always been sociable, but I just didn't have time for it. And then after I retired and moved here, there are all kinds of options here for someone who wanted to be involved, which I ended up wanting to be. So I belong to. I play cards a couple of times a week. I shoot pool once a week, and work in the book club here, and
Poker,
play poker once a week in addition to other
cribbage.
cards. Cribbage once a week.
He's busy.
Yeah, I'm busy, and but I like it because I'm a much more social person now than I ever was in my life before, and I'm finding out that I like that, and I'm more of an extrovert than I thought I was, and that's kind of coming through too. So overall, this is as far as life changes go, this one has worked out pretty well for me for sure, and we'll probably be going over more specifics of that in future segments.
Yeah, I think too, this is really serious, and my vision of this is a little that we'll have more lighter times in conversations because he's extremely witty and I'm extremely silly. So you put witty and silly together, you can sort of have a little bit of a tornado going, and it's pretty fun sometimes.
Yeah. I hope that'll come across, and
Yeah.
that you'll like it. But,
And I have to get a handle on the technology. But I think already we're doing better than the first one.
yeah.
If
Yeah.
this is actually recording.
you can see our shoulders now at least.
I know, and no boobs. I'm
Well,
so glad.
yeah.
Yeah, anyway. We'll be talking about all the things that we faced. And some of them will be sort of private and personal, and those you can skip if you want.
Yeah. We'll probably tell you more than you want to know
Yeah.
about
No.
some things, and
Oh yeah, and how we deal with our families and just stuff.
yeah.
The dog. Who's
Personal hygiene, that sort
Oh
of
yeah,
thing.
poop and pee, big topics.
Yeah.
Like with the dog
Got a lot
and
of.
with us.
We got stories.
We
so,
do.
uh,
So I guess
so,
that's it then.
Yeah, I think we'll maybe sign off for now, and hope this wasn't too boring, and promise it'll get better.
And remember, we're not done yet, and neither are you.
Yeah, we're not done yet. No way. Not even close. So, over and out.
Bye.